So, Noah, could you start off by telling a little bit about your background story, what you do?
Yeah, so my name is Noah Mincis. I do a little bit of everything. I sell online in e-commerce, and then I also like to teach others about how to sell online and how to go ahead and make money. So I post content on YouTube, and then I have also trainings on the different forms of e-commerce that I do.
Okay. So, you sell coaching and you have your own business.
Yeah, I have a little bit of I think I have like four businesses that I run. I also have a software, but e-commerce is my main business.
Okay. And when it comes to the coaching part, like before you and me found each other, what was the results you were achieving as of then?
I really wasn't tapping into my audience at all. I've had my audience for roughly about 6 years, but I just never found a suitable way to monetize them.
Okay. So, you say you didn't have any suitable way to monetize them. Did you try anything prior to, or did you try anything at all, or was it just hit and miss or hit and run?
Yeah, I tried. I ran a little bit of a course a couple of times. I opened it up and then I closed it, opened it up and closed it. It just becomes a little bit overbearing to deal with a lot of people who are interested in your program, and then you also have people who are in your program. So balancing current clients versus prospective clients, it just becomes a lot to handle because you want to cater to everyone, but you can't onboard new people and deal with the clients. So I just really never had a good system in place.
And what made you feel like something had to change?
So I knew that there was a big opportunity to monetize my audience. I had a decent sized YouTube following, and I had kind of calculated that if I had even converted like 10% or even 1% of those people to a program, I would have made a lot more than I was making at the time. So I was just like, there needs to be a new system in place, and that's kind of where I was just like looking to revamp my coaching and just find a way to scale it.
Okay. And what made you decide to work with me particularly?
So I don't know if you're on Instagram or in that capacity where you have a bunch of people telling you that they'll help you with this, help you with that, help you with that. I get at least like 16 DMs a day saying, hey, I've scaled someone to $5 million with coaching. I've scaled someone to $500,000 with this. I scaled someone to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I get it all. The only ones that I really connect with are the ones that are come across more as genuine. So every single person who I conduct business with has been through Instagram and through those cold DMs. So they do work, but a lot of them are generic. So someone's like, "Hey, I just saw your new video," and then they literally it says the title of my YouTube video I just put out. So there's no way that you're going to type out that video. You just, you'd say you'd use the shorthand of it. So that's obviously a bot. I believe your initial message was, "Hey, it was just like a very personal message." And that's what got me to look at it compared to everyone else's. So then, I just reached out and I really liked the service that you were offering. And yeah, it's here we are.
Okay. So sticking out from the crowd, basically.
Essentially, in a sea of automation and AI, going being personal goes a long way.
Okay. Can you recall some of the key changes we made early on, like when we partnered up?
Yeah, so I think the biggest change was just seeing how to monetize the audience because it was a very complicated thing where you had, an audience of 6 years. People are coming in and out of the funnel. So we wanted to see if we can revamp the old leads as well as find a way to go ahead and nurture new leads. So it was really just finding the system and finding the funnel to best set that up. And I think that that was definitely a hurdle that, again, was something that we had to overcome. So I wouldn't say that we necessarily overcame it. I still think that there's a lot of potential for that, but the systems that you put in place and that we set up are definitely going to help us in the long run.
Okay, so you would say that they have worked and are pulling us in the right direction?
Yeah, absolutely. We're set up in the right direction. I think that it's just with funnels and everything, it kind of just takes time, right? You just have to let it do its thing. And from the 5 or so months that they've been up, we've done really well. I have big ambitions and I know that I'm going to achieve them with you.
Yeah, speaking of which, we are still going organic and we've been going for, is it 4 or 5 months now? So could you talk about some of the organics method that we have implemented?
Yeah, so in terms of organic methods, so tapping into an audience, I have roughly about 34,000, 33,000 subscribers on YouTube, 3,000 followers on Instagram. a couple of other small followings. So just on Instagram alone, I believe we were able to hit um, probably just with Instagram, probably like 30 to $40,000 in revenue off of that audience of 3,000, which is pretty crazy. And in terms of being organic, posting stories and everything, setting up that way of reaching out to the audience, getting content out there, and then having the funnel where you we tested a couple of different things, but sending them to the free funnel, of course, providing value, Alex Hormozy style, and then if they resonate with it and they get value, then seeing if they're interested in that paid program. But again, it was just about finding the right nurture sequence for those people, which you did.
And if, or would you say that your day-to-day life has changed when it comes to, well, the coaching business in general? Because you said you had four businesses, but if we focus particularly in the coaching, like how would you say the aspect of you running your coaching business has changed, if it has changed?
Yeah, so I am of the mindset to my detriment that I need to do everything myself. So when we initially started working together, I offset a lot of it onto you, and then there was like a client who had a call, and then I would say, "Hey, let me take this call," and then I'll pass it on to you. So getting out of that mindset and just letting you handle the sales process was something that I had to learn, but that was huge in terms of freeing up my time and allowing me to do other things. Because if you're having, let's say, 300, 500, even 1,000 calls a month, or even on the flip side, if you're doing, let's say, 20 calls a month, right? Each call is going to be taking 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then it's not just the call. You have to follow up. You have to go ahead and you have to answer questions. You have to, nurture that client. So it's not just like one call of 15 minutes. It could be hours spent with that client. So offsetting that to you has allowed me to focus on other businesses, but not just that. It's allowed me to focus on improving my program, which is the ultimate goal, of course, with a coach, right? The more that you can improve your program, the more you can work with current clients, the better that you can do with attracting new clients.
And from where we're standing right now, like where do you see your business going from the foundation that we have built and is up and running?
So I am very optimistic. I know that right now we've just been doing it all organic, and I think that we still haven't even scratched the surface of extracting all the value that we can. And when I say extracting value, I mean helping people with achieving my goal, which is to just help people find financial stability and do that through e-commerce because it's what I've done. So I really am passionate about monetizing my YouTube audience and all of the free content, but then also on the flip side, expanding that and starting with ads and growing that funnel with you.
And if someone were in the same position as you before we started working together, what would you say to them when it comes to potentially partnering up with me or anyone else?
So you don't really have anything to lose because there isn't anything upfront. The way that you structure the process is that you only get paid if you make a sale. So that is something that again, there's nothing upfront to lose. So if they set up the funnel, they do all of that. Essentially, you're the one taking all of the risk because you're investing your time, you're setting up the process. So I would say give it a go, right? There's no real risk for them. And if you're having a funnel and you're not seeing the success that you want, operating or partnering with someone who has that experience can allow you to focus on what you're really good at or what you want to do, and not have to deal with setting up the funnel and dealing with all the tedious work and everything that comes with that.
Okay. So is there anything else like besides the non-risk tangible to it?
Yeah, because obviously you're really good at what you do. So, you can go ahead and you can partner with someone who has experience creating funnels with sales and the entire process. So, again, jack of all trades, master of none. I was trying to do everything myself. So, rather than doing that, I'm good at focusing on content. I'm good at focusing on my coaching program. So, that allows me to get even better at what I'm good at and allows me to offset and partner with someone who is good at the sales process and can help me maximize my sales, get more money and clients and everything for my business.
Okay. Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, Jesper.